Guys, before we get going, you know what we gotta do? We gotta give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Thank you to Tony, Starla, Luke, Jacob, Jeff, Adam, Chuck, Justin, Brian, Dusty, and Alpha 80s Swag. You guys really helping keeping the lights on over here for All in the Delivery. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Also, the Patreon guys, like I just said, patreon.com/AITDpod. Come check it out. We got free stuff. We got membership stuff going on over there. Every day of the week, there's something on there. Check those emails, everybody, and participate, please, in that. We got the dispatch poll power that we're about to go on. First topic of the day here when we get this one started. You get to vote on that if you're a Patreon member. So go to patreon.com/AITDpod. Check that out today. Also, Discord. Discord's hopping, and we got a picture in the Discord that we need to talk about today on this episode. So, this one, guys, I mean, like I just said, the dispatch poll power. We're going to be talking about, Luke and I are both going to share a package car horror story. Also, I mean, USA. Last time we talked, we were talking about the Olympics and the men's gold medal game against Canada. Boy, did they get it done. We're going to touch on that a little bit. Also, this past Monday, my center closed for Monday because we had blizzard-like conditions. And because of that, I got absolutely just...
Fuck.
That was my entire little rest of the week. So we'll get on that too. Also, a little bit more buyout talk. I know, listen, you guys are going to hear about it until it officially happens and is passed, because we hear a little bit more and more every day about it. Also, guys, the doorstep dilemmas too, right? We're going to add that into the end. Episode 189. I'm ready. Luke, are you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
I think Luke's ready. All right, here we go. We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back. Boom. Drove off. Yep. Left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
You've gotten hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 189. Oh, 189. This 200th episode meetup is right around the corner, buddy. Guys, March 28th. Listen, if you're in and around the Harrisburg area, Pennsylvania, you want to fly in, drive in, we got a few people already planning to come up and hang out with us. So come join the fun if you're in and around the area, if you can. March 28th. 189. And I'm excited for this one. We got some fun stuff to talk about. My long-ass work week is just been... man, I'm so happy it's over. So happy the weekend's here. We'll get into that in a minute. But first, let's go around to this other side of the screen, shall we? To my co-host, your co-host, down in Westburg, Virginia. Come here, let me see you. Luke, how are you, buddy?
Well, first, you can hear me, right? Because when you asked me if I was ready, I did say I'm ready, and then you hesitated.
I did not hear you.
Boy.
I did not hear you then, so you must have frozen up on me.
No, it's all good. I just wanted to make sure we were clear and running. But I still, the shout out to Ashley with this Christmas present. I forget sometimes I don't have a 20-year-old laptop anymore. But yeah, things are rolling good. But there is one thing I do want to touch on, and I always at the intro talking about getting hit by the car, totaling the car with my body. Always laughing about that. Well, that time period. This as this gets released in March, like this month, will be the 20-year anniversary of that happening. But that's not what I'm I'm not getting into that. This is actually a sad moment, but I just wanted to say something from that time period. That was, when I was in school, I was just done playing football then, but I'd got some sad news that, a guy that I played football with, tragically passed away suddenly, about a week and a half ago. And I just, I just wanted to give a shout out to him because he was somebody I hadn't talked to in a long time, but we had kind of a connection. We were on a recruiting trip together when, which I believe it was at Fairmont State where we first met, and then we played in the North-South game, or when we had graduated high school, which is, essentially, I don't know if you want to call it like a all-star game, if you will, but just like the senior, like people, it was only people that graduated from the northern part of the state versus southern part of the state kind of thing. He played in that. So when I had got to school and started college and started playing football, then I kind of hung out with him a lot, especially in the beginning, because we kind of knew each other, you know what I mean? And he just was a good dude, and a couple guys that I played with that I keep in touch with pretty regular. One of them had told me that it had happened. So to the family of Kevin Butcher, I'm thinking about you guys, and it sucks. He's gone way too soon, but it's so weird how time, like, man, like, it's just, I haven't seen him and what's crazy is, like, we're friends on Facebook, and his birthday just happened. Like, it just popped up, and it was so weird. I was like, holy shit. It would have been like any other time, been like a happy birthday, hope all's well kind of thing. And then but I just wanted to mention him. He was a very good dude and was in a part of a very, very fun time in my life. Those were some good years. So I just wanted to mention that, and to his I didn't know his girlfriend who he was in a relationship with, but just, sorry for your loss. Had a big one. But I as far as the week goes, I had this is actually kind of funny. So to shift gears, if you will, this is like I go from talking about something really sad to this.
No, it was a good pun because of what we do for a living and we drive. It was good.
True.
It was good.
And I also was thinking, like, me telling this story, but Butch would appreciate it anyway. So me mentioning his condolences and going from here, this is fucking kind of funny. But Willow is so I'll just say the rest of my week went good, because I'll just tell a little story about Thursday, because I didn't work Thursday. So Willow is in daycare / preschool now, 3 days a week. And I was getting called, or I would have got called. I was charging my phone Wednesday. I saw that, like, we had a bunch of people off. So I was like thinking, okay, I'm going to get a call, and we're going to, I was pretty confident that I would. I was telling Dave, I was like, I think we're going to take Thursday off. So most of the time I don't, if they call me, I don't take off. I've said it before, right now, so incoming here, like, I take off here and there, but not very often, and they know that. So I'm like hugging my phone Thursday morning, and normally I just have it in my bedroom or it's charging, because I like it. Just I don't really mess with it in the morning, because I'll get to see with Willow. It's about. And I'm getting ready, so I don't normally have it on me. But Thursday, dude, I'm hugging it. I'm hugging it. It is turned on. I'm like, okay, come on. The time keeps passing. And I'm actually at the point where I'm like, fuck, I don't think they're going to call today. So I'm starting to get ready, and I look at my phone, and I have a missed call from UPS, and I'm like, oh God, so I end up like calling back literally 1 minute later, and I mean the phone's ringing and it's ringing and it's ringing, and I'm like, come on, somebody's got to answer. So they ended up answering, and I got the last call off for that day, and it's the first one I've taken in a while, and so Willow is in her. She's at she's at school, you know, as we call it, her preschool. She calls it school, but at her
School, of
daycare.
course.
And so I like, dude, I'm always sitting there thinking, like, out of anybody in my family ever listens to these, this is just the part where they're going to cringe. Ashley is going to love this, but if anybody in my family, just earmuff it for a minute. If you hear this, or if you're listening with young children, time to maybe earmuff it on this one too. But so I'm sitting there. We don't have like, dude, you know, basically we're older. You know, she's a lot, man. She's a lot. We've never, in the whole time she's been alive, the only time we've been away from her for like 7 or 8 hours. It's been, dude, it's the only time it's ever been is if she's been with one of us. Like the only time Ashley's ever been away from her that long is if she's been with me. And so we've never had this much time to ourselves ever since she's been born. And I'm like, so we're kind of like sitting there.
It's weird at first because you're just like looking around and you're just like, wait a second, I've been taking care of this child for almost 4 years now. Like, where is she? It's weird.
Yeah, like, dude, it is, man, because like most of the time, like, you know, my in-laws live right down the road, but like they're also, you know, they're older, and she's a lot, man. So to like, for maybe like now that she's more mellow, but you know, as her toddler when she was mobile, like, you know, I'm not trying to not knock my in-laws, but they're in their 70s, and she just had a motor that doesn't stop. So we've never had like this much time like to ourselves. So immediately, like, we just go to having sex. She takes a shower, and
Fuck.
we did some other stuff before that. Had to set up the bases to knock the fucking Grand Slam out of the park, if you will. But we
Fuck.
so this is the best part. And when we're doing it, we forget. Like we're going like in motion, like being quiet, because we're just so used to, doing this, she's fucking sleeping. And then we realize she's not there. We're like, oh, we can actually fucking try to break this bed right now. Okay. And then and then we tried it again later, but the bed is still intact. But it was a fun day of, dude, like, there was nothing, we did nothing constructive other than just hang out and do, but it was like,
that's all right.
We did that. That's constructive enough for me. But man,
mommy and daddy got some alone time, man. You know, that's,
dude, it was, I know. Yeah, it was fucking wild, man. I've never, like, I forgot. I forgot. I was sitting there, I was like, I can take a nap. Holy shit.
This is great. Dude, I know.
Dude, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Dude, it's so true. Like, you know, there'll be times where like the daycare that Grant goes to, this will be his last year in daycare, and then he starts kindergarten in September. But you know, like, there'll be times at like daycare where I'll be like, oh, you know, we're having this party on Saturday, you know, and we'll drop both the boys off, and Danielle and I will have like 4-6 hours to ourselves. And like, we're just like, well, what do you want to do? Because it's just like, we're so used to our time being like devoted to them, right. You know? And oh yeah, dude. It's a weird feeling at first, but then you're like, oh, this is nice. It's nice, you know.
Oh, it was, yeah, dude. It was just
That's good,
it
man.
felt surreal. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. And then, you know, as we record tonight, predictably, I got hit pretty good. I had about 11-hour banger, but I had a free 9-5 day. I was kind of bracing for impact. I was like, probably all my surrounding routes are probably like 2 days over, and I'm just going to get fucking hit pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it all in all, I didn't have to deal with, you know, anything like you did. So I mean, if you want to get into that,
Yeah.
my week was relatively very, very smooth compared to
Yeah.
what you had to
Yeah,
deal with.
we had the storm coming up the coast, and we were under blizzard warning, all that stuff this past Sunday. And so my center ends up closing. I get the I get the text message from my shop steward on Sunday night that our center will be closed tomorrow due to weather. And I was like, all right, well, cool. All right, here comes a 3-day weekend, I guess, whatever. Yeah, so Tuesday, go back to work. Everything's easy because nothing got moved Monday.
Mm-hmm.
There was no tractor trailers moving nothing because they had tractor trailer bans on the interstates and the highways because of the high winds. So Tuesday was easy. Wednesday, normal day. Thursday. Now, the route I'm on goes out on average with about 130 to 140 stops on average. Thursday,
Okay.
195 stops. All the hubs down south emptied. Like we're emptying all the workouts since it got backed up since they were closed down south too on that Monday.
Right.
So 195 stops. My entire if you looked at the computer, the dispatch in the dispatch office or whatnot, everybody was in the red. It looked like fucking Christmas. Looked like Christmas time. Everybody was in the red. Well, Friday, 196 stops, back to back, just under 200 stops on my route, which doesn't usually go out with that much. Like I said, usually 130, 140. We're talking just under 200 stops. And
damn near like a third more. Like that's a shit ton more.
Rough mornings trying to find boxes, digging through packages, trying to follow Orion. Like no,
Right.
but it sucked. It sucked. My knees, my legs are fucking tired from all those stops. I know some people are like, oh, my route goes out with 200 stops every day. It's normal. Good for you. Good for you if you're listening. But it's yeah, but dude, it was nuts. I mean, I got help both days. Thank God. So I wasn't out till 10:30 or anything like that. I got help today, and here we are able to do this podcast tonight. So thank you, driver, for coming to take some stops off me. But it's just what was crazy. What was crazy too about it is like I heard like earlier in the day that don't worry about if you don't finish tonight, if there's 20, 30 stops that don't get delivered, don't worry about it. They'll go out either tomorrow or Monday. They'll either go out Saturday or Monday. And I'm just like, my mind was blown. Because I was like, wait a second. Like, we provide service. That's the one last thing that UPS has going for them is the service. All right? It's the one last thing that they have going for them. It was what they were known for 100 plus years, was being the best in the industry for service. And now we're just like, we got a little weather. It doesn't matter if 20, 30 stops don't get delivered. I don't know, man. I was like, so wait, we're going to save it for the Saturday guys? Like, the Saturday guys are about to get fucking screwed?
Yeah, dude, because
know?
eventually it's just going to pile on to what.
Yeah. It's going
But
to keep stacking.
it's one of those things that they just, it's just become that way. And
I know.
the most,
Terrible.
that is, man. And it doesn't make, but like, and I don't think any of the other, I don't think the competition does it either. And that's not, I'm not saying that is an excuse, but that's what it's become, because I think it's just like, they'll just say, fuck it. Nobody else, they're not going to, but that, like you said, though, that's what always separated us from everybody else. And yeah, like with
United
weather.
Parcel Service.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I know. With that, like when they were, I don't know. I will give it a
It's
pass.
very
either,
sad
'cause
what this place has become.
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
It is. Like, I know we mentioned it, I don't know, however many episodes ago it was, but it was like, when we first got hired, you felt like you were part of like an all-inclusive club, exclusive. Like, that's how it felt like to work here. It was a hard place to get into. And everybody would always say that. Now they just hire fucking bums off the street. Like,
well, I mean,
I don't care. But like, it's like, that's what it is now, though. That's exactly what it is. They'll go find the fucking crackhead that's sitting by the railroad tracks. Like, you want a job? We're hiring. It's not exclusive anymore, man. It's just like, this place sucks.
You always get back to Daniel the Warrior when he's talking about that guy. When he was fighting with his baby mama. He said, "Don't worry, I'll get my first check or whatever." He opened up that fucking check and said, "What the fuck is this?" Oh God, dude! You just were standing by the railroad tracks. That just made me think of. Oh God. Oh.
Anyways,
yeah. Sorry.
Side note: this hat's pretty fucking cool. We got these dad hats on our website, deliveringgreatness.com. Go check it out, deliveringgreatness.com, and go check out the merch. But it's a pretty fucking cool dad hat. It's stitched fairly well. It says
Holy
AITD
shit.
on it.
I do. I see that.
But yeah. Deliveringgreatness.com. Go check it out. Yeah.
Oh,
dude, it's I don't know. It sucks that this is what it's become. And like, I chat with my dad for a few minutes every morning on the phone just to check in and make sure my parents are still good. And like, I talk to my dad about it, like I'll vent to him, sometimes about this place. And, he gets it, obviously, because he used to do it for 30 years.
Right.
And like the stuff I tell him, he's like, what? He's just like, what? Like, I can't believe that. Like, that's, and I mean, just like B-Rad said, it's not your daddy's UPS anymore. Like that's it's
yeah.
It's so true. It's so true. It's just not the way it used to be. And I know everybody that's listening right now can agree with that. It's not the way it used to be.
And that's what makes the future of all this stuff with the buyouts and everything else. Like, that's what makes this all feel like kind of uncharted water, so to speak. Because it's a thing of where you never, I mean, it's like, well, like you were saying, of the service part and not doing like, if you don't care about, like, that was always, I feel like that always has worried me, because I'm like, I think everybody's kind of thought that, with the current with Carol and everything is that they would, just intentionally, like, because they don't give a shit, be like, all right, we'll just get rid of you guys and start over and take a hit and make it go to shit. I don't know, man. It really it really is. It's kind of. But I will always go back to COVID fucked all this up. COVID fucked the service part up and everything else, man. It will always be because you didn't have to get signatures. You were fucking barely making contact. You didn't talk, like, dude. COVID is what started the shitty service, and part of that I think was just because of sheer numbers and being overwhelmed, and then just trying to get shit done and then never really going back. I always say that was when it really, really started to fucking nosedive.
Yeah, I can agree. But anyways, that was my work week, and then we just trailed off into how crappy this place has become.
I know. I know.
But in other news, USA.
Yeah, let's trail off into that, dude. Nice.
The Winter Olympics have concluded. Men's and women's USA hockey teams both won gold over Canada. The men's and the women's. Yo, we own. We own that sport right now, man.
That stings.
I mean, granted, the Canadian players, one guy on there, Nathan McKinnon, said, oh, well, you saw who the better team was tonight, even though they lost. Even though Nathan McKinnon also missed a wide open net.
I mean, yeah,
missed it like wide open net, and this dude shanked it right off the outside of the cage.
That's the thing, dude. You can look at numbers of things, and me not being like so much of, I don't know. My knowledge of hockey isn't that deep, but I'm sure he's just talking about shots on goal. Like they had like double the amount of shots, I feel like, than the U.S. did.
Time in the offensive zone, all that. Yeah.
But it doesn't, like, it's just like I'm a football guy, and you can look at box scores where you can see a fucking team had less turnovers, had more rushing yards, more passing yards. And on paper, you're like, how did they lose? And you can, if you're on that losing side and say the better, like, it doesn't, you still fucking lost. So you can say everybody could see the better team was, but if you fucking lose the game, like, yeah, great for your stats, but you still fucking lost. And I know, like, the talent on that I said the Canada team, I guess Canada, tomato, whatever. But the talent, they're obviously very, very good. When we recorded last week's episode, I wasn't really that confident that the U.S. would win because I thought Canada's that good in hockey that I didn't think we would get both gold medals in men's and women's, and we did. But the U.S. goalie played lights fucking out, and that happens. But yeah, dude, you can't, like, you're gonna say the better team. You fucking lost, dude. Can't, that excuse isn't gonna work. Just on paper shit is on paper for a reason.
Yeah.
Herm Edwards said it best. You play to win the game. Yeah, dude, they did it. They did it.
Hell yeah, they did. Yeah, that was super exciting. It was like a fucking 8:00 Eastern Standard Time start in the morning.
Yeah.
So I woke up right out of bed. I was still in my underwear. Fucking came downstairs, dude, threw it on the projector, got comfy, got the heated blanket out, man. Fucking turned on the heated blanket, sat down here and watched it on the projector. It was cool waking up early in the morning, just getting that excited game. I mean, the game itself was exciting.
Yeah, it was really good.
Back and forth and hard hitting. It was intense. But USA comes out on top, dude, in overtime. I mean, Jack Hughes, dude, gets like 3 teeth knocked out and then literally stays in the game. Like, doesn't even get a bubble shield, like, put on. Like, he just got a few of his teeth knocked out from a high stick and then stays in the game and scores, as they call it, the golden goal, the game-winning goal for the Olympics. That lets you win gold, the golden goal.
How
unreal.
How great was that video? I saw that you saw this. I didn't realize I sent it to you on TikTok, but that video where it compared him and Anthony Davis when he hurt his finger and was out for the season.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a little bump, and he's like,
dude. Ow. Yeah, you see the commentary. I sent Dave this video, and I'm not knocking AD. I love basketball. I've always loved basketball. I still love the NBA, but there's always like, dude, you can't compare toughness to hockey. And one of the laughable things was this guy made this video, and he's giving the commentary, and, shows dude get his teeth knocked out down on the ground, giving, like Dave said, the golden goal. And then it switches to Anthony Davis getting driven on the baseline and getting like bumped, like not even bumped hard, but like his hand was in his, like, down by his chest, and I think it was Cooper Flagg's body, like, checked into him, and that finger injury put him out for the year. And the guy commenting on the video just makes it so good. But yeah, anyways, yeah, for the next 4 years, man. We got it.
Yep. Love it. Now I get to go back to watching the Rangers just suck because they sucked this year. So I get to go from exciting hockey to
back to tanking hockey.
Yeah, for real. But hey, congratulations to all the USA athletes, everybody that was there, all the gold medals won. I mean, even that figure skater, I think her name's Alyssa Liu.
Oh, shit.
I think her name's Alyssa Liu, the figure skater, and she came in and won gold figure skating, and she was like, I mean, listen, like, there was something with figure skating. I mean, I don't usually watch it, but I mean, she made it look good, and she took a gold medal home for the U.S. too, figure skating. So, hey, man. Pretty awesome stuff. Like we said, love the Winter Olympics. So,
well, we can talk about another form of gold in the form of piss bottles. And when Dave was talking about in the intro, we had a picture from the Discord. I think on the 2000 shelf, there were 11 piss bottles on this thing. And
11.
And
you imagine getting in a random truck, like, like it wasn't their truck, and they send us a picture, and they're just like, there's 11 fucking piss bottles in this truck. How disgusting.
The thing is that now of all the shit that I've seen, I made a video a while back of somebody that put a DR bag and just had it almost filled to the brim right above the 3000 shelf, like hanging in, like, dude, but yeah, I don't understand.
Pissing in a bag's wild.
Pissing in a bag is wild.
That's fucking wild.
I could not imagine. Like, just think about that. You think about pissing in a DR bag, dude.
No, dude.
And just think how big they are. Like, what if you, like, how when you're like, you get going and you don't have like the initial piss, like you're not pissing that heavy. You know what I mean? Can you imagine just like dripping, giving a little, like, what do you, like, when do you get to the point where you tie it up and like secure it somewhere? Ugh. I do not know why would anybody would piss in a bag.
No,
but people
that's
do it,
psycho
man.
Behavior. That's
Ernie Martinez. He just ran.
He's gripping the steering wheel so hard.
If he's listening to this right now, driving on route, man, he might just fucking put that truck off a cliffside hearing that shit. But dude, we'll go back to our picture of the 11 piss bottles, because this was what we saw on the Discord, and I don't know how do you have 11 bottles of water 11 empty water bottles anyway to piss 11, dude.
Yeah,
like
it's so true.
John Waddell
That's so
said
true.
it too one time. I remember said, like, just dump it out. You don't want to take it for a ride.
Yeah,
And this
you're
dude's
gonna
taking
take it home
11
as a
of them for
trophy.
a ride.
Like what are you doing? Yeah.
And there's time, like, and they're there. That's what pisses me off. And I was telling you, I love saying pisses me off when we're talking about piss, literally. But there was, I told you I had a story, not to this extreme. There wasn't 11 piss bottles, but there was probably like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in a van, in like a Sprinter van, and they were in the front, like, not where the cargo part of the van was. So I used to think, like, when I found those, I thought, whoever was in here, I wonder if they were just pissing sitting down in the windshield for the world to see there or what. But they were in the doors. Yeah, but like, dude, people, you got to clean your shit up, man. You cannot leave 11
Clean
fucking
it up,
piss
guys.
bottles. You can't be leaving piss bags. People are gonna think we're fucking Neanderthals out here, and I mean, a lot of us are. But it just, man, dude, the most effective thing I can tell you what I do is I get one can and I take the tab off and put flip the lid all the way back, and I will piss in one of those things and just dump it out. You can hold it, wait till you drive off, dump it out. It's convenient. You're not taking anything for a ride. And it's just, oh man, the only thing about it is I start to think, like, I've been in this area now for a long time. This will be year number 6 out there. And I just think about all the piss I've just fucking slung all over that area. Just all over the roads, just gallons of it at this point, probably. So if you're ever walking your dog out, if I'm your delivery driver and you're walking your dog on the road and you happen to be eating something and it drops on the road, don't think the 5-second rule applies, because it might taste a little musty.
God.
Oh man.
Yeah. 11 fucking piss bottles. But yeah, guys, don't be disgusting. Fucking dump that shit
clean
out.
your shit up, guys.
Yeah, clean your fucking
please.
mess up. I mean, you wouldn't leave piss bottles around at your house, would you? Unless you're a hoarder or something, but
I'd like to think not.
Yeah.
I remember, I told that on the 100th episode that there were times that I pissed in a bottle when I was literally looking at a bathroom as we were recording. And I never said that until we were there live. That was one of the first things. If you go back to the 100th episode.
I remember.
Oh God.
I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I've done it. I forget what it was. A guest too, man. I'd have to go back to listen. I don't remember if I said, but I just remember it was a guest episode.
So funny. Good times. Good times. You know what else are good times? Buyouts.
What's it? Buyouts can be. Yes.
Oh man. Good times for the people that take it, that can help themselves with their living.
Yeah, that's kind of what we wanted to touch on now that it's kind of
the dust settled a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now there's people, because as this gets released, this will be like March like 3rd. So it'll be just about under a week and a half till the deadline. And I know there are a lot of people thinking about it. Excuse me. There's a lot of people that are saying they're going to do it. And I think in my building, we have a handful that are doing it, and we have a handful that are considering it. And I mean, that was the thing. We just wanted to say, no matter what, ultimately it is the person's choice to do this, like, because this isn't it is our life to an extent, but it's not our fucking purpose. And like,
Right.
if somebody has something, the fact if they're not happy, like I said before, and I don't know if I'd said this on the last episode, but on the last buyout, when people asked, I said, I still enjoy what I do. I'm not fucking unhappy. I've got, I'm good. But there's a lot of people that are, that fucking, there's just, I mean, yeah, if people that decide to take this, you're not going to hear any quarrel from us. If you get it, we'll, we hope you still, if you still decide to listen, keep in touch, but we wish
Hell yeah.
everybody the best because, yeah, man. And I don't think I mentioned this. I think I meant to, and I got sidetracked when we had talked about it the first time. But the comment in that union Facebook group that I saw, when they said, like, well, if you don't have any ambition to try to better yourself and try to do something else, and I went, oh man, that one kind of hurt, because I thought, damn, like that just makes me feel like I'm like, oh, am I just scared? I was like, does it make me like I'm scared to take a leap, like we're institutionalized or something? But then it just, like, the more I thought about it, at least for me in my situation right now, I'm not. It just, even on paper, there's just a lot of things, obviously there's money and there's insurance and there's things that, I'm not going to be able to, I wouldn't be able to match. That's the thing. Like, I think that gets played in too much when people are truly unhappy like people that hate this job and they think of that stuff and they're like, no, that's why I got to stay here.
Mhm.
Like, I'm thinking in my mind, because I actually still like the job, that, I'm like, I'm not probably going to find anything that I would want to do. The only thing that the part of me that considered it, I can at least say, speaking for myself, is that just the labor part of it, and me being just banged up anyway and not just don't know how well I'm going to hold up in, another 15 to 20 years. But overall, yeah, for me, I mean, but yeah, everybody's situation is different. And rather it's bridging the gap to retirement or trying to start something on your own, or like, I think you like, I'll go ahead and I won't, I'll let you say your own on this part. I think what uh I think what we're really trying to say is it's like, because I think a lot of people, and we've, with the Instagram page and the TikTok page, we've had people mention. I saw on Instagram, shout out to Al. He's been retired for a couple years now, and I think, like, we understand, even as, like, good as this is, much better than the first one, doing what our job now, like what we're continuing to do, we know we're still going to make more money, and it's not like we obviously get that, especially like where Dave and I are at, where we're kind of in the middle, but so we're not trying to say that part to people to be like, you'll make, if you stick around, you're going to make more money than what this buyout is. That's obviously true, but it's just, we want you to know that we're like, like I said, I'll let you say however you want to say it on here, but we want to have, we want it to be your decision. And if you want to make another change, and having a lump sum of money would allow you to do that, then fucking have at it. Like, I'm not worried. I still truly fucking firmly believe we will be fine. I'm nervous, not feeling that great about 2028, but I, in my fucking soul, think we'll absolutely be fine, and we'll have another contract, and we'll keep doing our shit. I really do. But it, if that's where I'm at with it. If it's not about us saying that what we can get staying is better because we already know that, it's not but it's of people that want to try to do something else. They shouldn't be chastised for it, I guess. But that's where that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I feel like we get so stuck in our ways of thinking that, and I know we've said this before, is we just go to the thought that there's nothing better out there.
Right.
And I mean, I think management wants us to believe that, this is the end all be all for you. This is your career. This is where you'll stay. And like Luke said, it's if you can better yourself and you can better your home life for you and your family, more power to you for taking it and taking that leap of, uncertainty of what's gonna, what you would do after. I mean, I already know there's a good handful of guys at my center that are planning to sign up for it. Some of them already did. A couple of those people already have side jobs that they're going to take on full time now, and a couple others that are close to retirement that are ready to go, that could retire, or that could retire right now, but fuck it, take that extra cash and run.
Right.
And yeah, it's if it's able to make you and happy, and you can live with that, and you got to do what's best for yourself and, like I said, your family, do it. We're not gonna shame you guys for jumping off board. I'm jealous of people that are getting out right now. What I mean?
I think that was another thing of the way I guess in the union side of it, like, they're not, I feel like the response, that was also another thing of a response, like, of, oh, this is bullshit. We're not going to be undersold kind of thing, when I feel like that original message was already going to make people be like, I mean, they obviously don't want people to go, because I feel like it's just
obviously.
It could be just as simple as this. And we don't know. We did a little Patreon episode of some stuff we had heard with Carol with restructuring the sales team and stuff.
Yeah.
But overall, this is about as simple as it is. For what they're saying they're wanting to do with medical shipments and cutting stuff, it's as simple as this. For now, at least the way UPS is fucking operating, less is more. And I don't agree with it. I think it's not a great business model because we're a delivery company, but that's what they're doing. Less is more. And for the Teamsters, they're never going to like that, because less is more is less to them, because for them, they want more, because that's more dues being paid. That's more money for them too. So it's like they're just going to be fucking headbutting for a while. But I think this is also going back to the uncharted waters. This is like the first time really UPS has actively never tried to expand. So this is it is uncharted waters. But from what we had heard, and I guess that Patreon episode came out a few weeks now, so I mean, we'll just say in summary, some of that volume may come back, because one thing we know that these people don't like, and that is missing quarterly earnings statements. I'll just leave it at that. So I think we'll be just fine.
So true. Oh man. Yeah. Fucking buyouts, dude. Fucking buyouts. I mean, hey, listen, if it moves me up the rank a couple spots,
I mean, that's what it's going to
Godspeed
do.
to everybody retiring that's ahead of me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude.
You know?
And that's what it's going to do. It's going to, if anything, it's going to move you up some more. Same here.
Yeah. If I can get that Thanksgiving week off finally, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I'll get that. I don't think I'll get that. I won't move that high up yet. That's still a huge. That's hunting. That's the first week of rifle season of deer hunting, man. And I don't hunt, but man, we got a lot of people that do. So I still don't think I can get that week. Yeah.
Oh man. You know, I don't think anybody sent us any doorstep dilemmas. You guys are slacking over there in the Discord. Might have to open this up to Instagram now too, and see if we get some Instagram doorstep dilemmas. So,
Be the new question of the week.
Yeah, right. It'll be doorstep dilemmas. So, I think that one's gonna wrap this one up. Luke, do you have anything else, buddy?
No, I think I'm good, brother.
So, guys, listen, clean up after yourselves. Dump those fucking piss bottles out. Throw them away. Whatever you gotta do, because that's disgusting.
Well, that and I do know one thing. One thing we did forget to mention, but
the fucking dispatch pull power.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Yeah, we almost forgot
package car horror stories. Mine's pretty short and sweet, and so I'll start, I guess. So we got my package car horror story, and I'm sure this has happened to many other people. This happened a long time ago when there was a little snow on the ground, and I parked on a slight, not a big incline, but it was a slight incline in someone's driveway. Nice. And, I stopped the vehicle, and, I'm sitting there buckled up. I kind of like rock back and forth. I grab the steering wheel. I'm trying to shake it to see if the bitch will slide. Right. Nothing. I'm like, great. Going back. I get the two packages, come back out. I start walking up the driveway. I hear, I turn around. My truck's fucking slowly sliding down the snow, like down the driveway. And I'm just like, oh shit. There's a few different ways this is going to go. It either stops or it either fucking goes into the ravine. Like my heart stopped for a moment, and then it came to a stop, and I was like, I'm never parking on an incline again in the snow. So, yeah, live and you learn. There was no harm, no foul in that one. Just a little scary situation. That was my package car horror story.
I told Dave the one that I had that really made me scared, because we were talking on the phone today about this, and he wanted me to bring up the rollaway, and I always said the rollaway, what made my rollaway accident so unique was, and I've mentioned it on here, but it's like it was deemed unavoidable because, and I think the mention this because this truck had zip ties holding the bumper up. It was a big clunker piece of shit. But I was covering kind of the area. I wasn't on the highway. I wasn't on the route that I'm on now, but I was covering in that area. So I wasn't like going on the interstate. But my scariest moment was, and then I had an old Standard, and those things, when we had them, man, some of them things could get up to like 90 because they didn't have governors on all them things on the highway. They would fly. And this one wasn't going 90, but dude, I don't know if it just the tires needed readjusted or what the fuck it was, but dude, like
a new alignment.
A new alignment, yes. Yeah. I was driving in that thing, and it was like I was it was like I was hitting the on-ramp of like the divots and I was just bouncing. And if I hit the brakes, it was even fucking worse. It was so bad that I literally pulled off of the highway. And I'm like, I was not driving that long. I might have been driving for like a year or two. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, looking back on that now, I'm like, I'm such an idiot because I literally was freaking. I was like, I don't think this is safe. And then I'm like, oh no, I'll just try it again. I ended up getting home, but dude, I was fucking somebody else ended up using that truck, and they were like, I'm never using that again. They literally wrote up in the DVIR, they wrote to
heavy
the mechanics.
vibrations.
No, they literally said, this truck is a hazard.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
God.
that was probably mine. And like, cause it was on the highway, dude, and it was
Yeah.
so fucking bumpy that it felt like I was literally on some fucking off-road terrain. But that's probably my scariest one.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but I survived it.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, that one will now do it and wrap up episode 189. Guys, like we said at the top, patreon.com/AITDpod. Come join the Patreon family. Also the Discord. Come check out the Discord. Come look at 12 piss bottles on the 2000 shelf in our Discord. Whatever tickles your fancy. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of All in a Delivery. Stay safe out there, everybody. And yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Later, everybody.